Alright, this is part 2, guys. And today I'll have enough energy to make a full video. Yesterday I was very lazy, I only made a 1 hour video. Today I'll do a full 1 hour, 1 hour and like 30-40 minute video. And I'll upload the video and I'll enjoy the show with you guys. And then tonight I might go convert my cans into money and I'll get my pack of smokes. And I gotta wait another like 6.5 days for my check, which sucks. This month I was stupid. I had enough till the end of the month, but I just blew it all in a shorter period of time. I'm never doing this again. I said that last month and I did the same thing again this month, I'm saying. Yeah. So I have who thinking of casting. The casting choice I am thinking Michael B. Jordan, Brie Larson, and John Krasinski. Those are my three casting choices guaranteed. And the Cisco actor, I might choose him or I might choose Kate Chapel. We'll see what happens. And then Halle Berry is good for the Matrix. You can have her be in the Matrix, or you can have her compete with Scarlett Johansson if you want. And then Ben Affleck, I might have him in the Matrix too, or I might cast someone else. And yeah, those are those are the guys who I'm thinking of for my major stars of my Matrix franchise. So those actors, if they're chosen, they're going to be the stars of my Matrix movie, obviously. And then everyone else and the actor who plays Agent Smith will be the star too. He'll be the main villain, obviously. Whereas everyone else, the actors who play the Oracle and the Architect, those are all minor characters. Some Sarah. The three agents, those are minor characters. Those guys you pay like $200K. The actor for the Oracle, I can have the same actor who was in Revolutions to be the Oracle. If she's still alive by then. I don't know if she's not alive, I'll have to cast another actor to play the Oracle, obviously. But remember the Oracle in the first Matrix and the second Matrix? Why wasn't she in the third one? Because she passed away. She died. She died in like 2001. So by the time, while they were filming Revolution, she passed away. That actor who was in Reloaded in the Matrix 1. Hence why in Matrix 3 they had to cast a different actor to play the Oracle. So if that actor's still alive, my guess is back then she was about 60. So if she's still alive, I'll cast her to play the Oracle in my Matrix trilogy. She'll probably be maybe about 80. I don't know how old she is. My guess is right now she's in her 70s maybe. If she's in her 80s, I might cast someone else. I'm scared she might not make it to my 3 movies. I'm sorry. But if she's still alive, I'll cast that actress to play the role of the Oracle for my Matrix trilogy. And the guy who played the Architect, I'll have him play the Architect too. In my Matrix trilogy, you can have those guys have minor roles. Pay them a nice like 300K, 350K for the roles. Get a paycheck for those guys. Nice paycheck. Those guys are all old. You know what I'm saying? Pay them a nice 250K paycheck. Pay them 300K for the first movie, 350K for the second, 400K for the third. Nice paycheck to live off of. You do good things. That money is enough to last you for a couple of years. Do good things with that money. So that's a good deal for those actors. Because they're all going to be minor. They're going to have minor roles in the movie, obviously. Whereas your stars, you pay them the millions. Obviously. I'm thinking the fifth actor is good for Smith, but the problem with him is his age. He's too old. He's 63 now. If I do the Matrix franchise in 10, 11 years, he'll be like 74, 75. He's too fucking old. By the time I end the Matrix trilogy, he'll be 85. He's done. He won't be able to do any fighting sequences. And that's why chances are I'm going to hire someone else to play the role of Smith. The only way to make it work with him is if you put de-aging technology. But like he can't fight. I can't do fighting sequences. I'm done. Yeah. You're going to have to hire stunt doubles to do fighting sequences for that man. Hence why but he's perfect for Smith, though, man. Yeah, Ivan, he's perfect for Smith. Yeah, he's perfect for Smith. I might perhaps cast him. But if I do, I'm going to put de-aging technology on him to make him look like he's like 55, 60. Okay, I will do that for you. Make him look younger. And then for the fighting sequences, you hire stunt doubles to do all the fighting sequences for him. You just have stunt doubles do the fighting sequences for him. You can do that if you want. Or I'll just cast someone else to play Smith. We'll see what happens. I'll just cast someone else to play Smith, obviously. Zimzara? Yeah. You can have Javier Bardem be in the movie too. Have him have a minor role if you want. You can have him be in your movie, but you have him have a minor role. You pay him a nice like 600K or something like that for the role. Not bad paycheck for him if you do that if you want, but yeah. Now have Javier Bardem be VJ's father if you want. He has a minor role. Pay him 680 grand for the first movie, but he won't be a major character. You see what I'm saying? So Ivan, who will be your major character? The main character will be me, VJ, and Michael B. Jordan, pretty much. We're the three main characters. I'm the main character, but VJ and Michael B. Jordan have the most scenes. And then all the other actors like Brie Larson, all of them are major characters, but they're supporting characters. So you know how in Matrix, Morpheus, Trinity, and Neo are the main characters, and Smith obviously, but like guys like Tank and like Cypher and all of them, they were major characters too, but they were supporting characters. Yeah, similar example there. It's like I'm gonna make sure I give like John Krasinski, Brie Larson, and Ben Affleck and all of them a lot of scenes. You see what I'm saying? So Ivan, for my front cover, it will most likely be me, VJ, Michael B. Jordan, and I might maybe put maybe Ben Affleck and Brie Larson, John Krasinski in the cover if you want. But you shrink down their picture. You can do that if you want. But for the main cover, it will probably be me, VJ, Michael B. Jordan in the picture, obviously. And Brie Larson, Ben Affleck, and all of them are major characters in this. They're supporting characters. I'm gonna tell the Cosmos guys, make sure you give these guys a lot of scenes too. You know what I'm saying? Give Michael B. Jordan, VJ more scenes, but make sure you give Ben Affleck, John Krasinski, and Brie Larson a lot of scenes too, as well as the Cisco actor, the operator. You give him a lot of scenes in the movie. You know how Tank had a good chunk of scenes? Yeah, give him a good chunk of scenes. I don't pay you millions for nothing. And you give, obviously, what? You give the Smith actor has a lot of scenes too. He's the main villain of the story, obviously. I'm saying? Make sure you give them all a lot of scenes. And you offer them a deal of a lifetime. You give John Krasinski and all of them and Michael B. Jordan a good contract. That way they're happy and they're not angry at you. So I'm saying, it's an exclusive contract. Yeah, if it's an exclusive contract, you better offer me a boatload of money. Okay, is the amount of money I'm paying you enough, guys? Ivan, it's more than enough. Yeah, it's more than enough money. I gave them a deal of a lifetime. I'm there. It is more than enough money. I gave them a deal of a lifetime. I'm there. It is more than enough money. I gave them a deal of a lifetime. It is more than enough money. I gave them a deal of a lifetime. Seems there. They're gonna ask me, Ivan, what's your idea for your story? And I tell them, I say, every time I saw my videos, they're like, holy shit, Ivan, that sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah. Holy shit, Ivan, if you pitch this to the Wachowski sisters, they're gonna be sold. Yeah, they're gonna be sold with my story, obviously. 4 reasons why they're gonna be sold. The first reason is they want to be saved. They saw the buzz of Zane's. They want to be part of that buzz for the Matrix, obviously. The second reason, it is an Ivan and VJ movie. They want, I want to see Ivan kick ass as the one and VJ be the next Trinity. Yeah, it's cool, obviously. The third reason, I offer them a boatload of money, obviously, right? And the fourth reason is I sold them with my story. The story that I pitched to them, I sold them with my story. Holy shit, Ivan, that sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah. Look at an amazing story. Will it be better than the original Matrix? I don't think it'll be better than the first one. The first one's a masterpiece, but I think it'll be pretty close. It'll be an amazing story. I don't think my first Matrix movie will beat the Wachowski sisters' first Matrix movie, to be honest. That movie's very tough to beat, but when Morpheus tells him what the Matrix is, that's fucking a masterpiece. But I think we'll be pretty close. It might be a bit more entertaining. I don't know if it'll be a better movie in quality in terms of story. Because I have a story in my mind. Look at an amazing story, but is it as good as the Matrix 1 story? That kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when Michael B. Jordan frees my mind, I'm pretty much going to repeat some of the same things that Morpheus said in the originals. Hence the first Matrix movie paved the way for that story. And that's why I don't think my first Matrix movie will beat out the first Matrix movie, to be honest. But I think my sequels perhaps might beat out Revolutions and Reloaded, to be honest. But I don't think my Matrix 4 will beat out the Matrix 1 that the Wachowski was made, to be honest. Most fans will probably be like, yeah, I like the Matrix 1, the original's better. But don't forget, I am acting in the movie, guys. Hence why it makes the story that much better, that much more powerful, obviously. But even then, I have a story in my mind. I don't think it'll be better than the first Matrix movie. Some people might like it better. I don't know. But I don't think it'll be better than the first Matrix movie. That's a hard movie to top, man. That's a masterpiece. It's arguably the best movie ever made, to be honest. In terms of quality of story, Matrix 1 is arguably the best movie ever made. in my opinion. I think it's even better than even Fellowship of the Ring and Two Towers. Do you like Two Towers better, or do you like Two Towers better than The Matrix? That's tough. They're kind of tied in a way. Yeah. Two Towers is a masterpiece. Matrix is also a masterpiece. They're both masterpieces, man. That's tough. But as a trilogy, Lord of the Rings wins hands down. Lord of the Rings takes a crown for trilogy, whereas the Matrix trilogy is pretty good, but it's not as good as Lord of the Rings as a whole trilogy, obviously. As Revolutions, Lord was good, but Revolutions wasn't that good. It was okay. That's why Lord of the Rings takes the crown for the best movie trilogy ever made, in my opinion, anyways. Everyone has their own opinion, right? All right, what do you think second best trilogy? I don't know. Second best trilogy for me is probably, I'm sidetracking here, is probably maybe, I don't know, Transformers, or maybe Matrix, or perhaps the original Star Wars might be my second favorite. The original Star Wars is like my fourth favorite trilogy. Around there, it's like fourth place for me. Around there, right? Yeah, it's like fourth place for me around there. And The Godfather is my top 10 for sure, but it's not like Godfather is probably like my, I don't know, my 10th favorite top franchise. That was a good movie, man. But the thing about The Godfather, it can get it's not a movie you can rewatch over and over again. It's a kind of movie that if you watch it too much times, you can get bored. You can get bored a little bit. Because The Godfather has it's a very slow movie. The first one's pretty slow. If you like the first one or the second one better, I like the first one better, to be honest. But a lot of people like the second. Most people like the first one better, but some people like the second one better. I like the first one better than the second one. Rabrad likes the second one better. I like the first one better, to be honest. Yeah, I saw the Godfather like last year. Yeah, last year I saw the movie, or 2020. I don't remember. I saw the whole thing on Netflix on my phone. I watched the whole thing on my phone. Let me check out this Godfather movie, and I saw the first movie. I'm like, this movie's sick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a good movie. But Scarface, I think, is more entertaining than The Godfather, to be honest. Godfather is a better movie, but Scarface was a more entertaining movie to watch than The Godfather. So Ivan, you think, yeah, The Godfather is better than Scarface, but Scarface is a more entertaining movie to watch. You can watch it; it's more entertaining. I found it more entertaining than The Godfather. The Godfather was a little boring, but the story of The Godfather was better than Scarface. But Scarface was a masterpiece. That was an amazing movie. That was a good movie, and I watched it like years back. It was a fucking amazing movie. Anyways, I'm sidetracking here. Yeah, so David Zaslav will ask me, "Hey, Ivan, what's your idea for the story?" And I tell David Zaslav my idea for the story. He's like, "Holy shit, Ivan." He's like, "That's your idea for your Matrix story?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Holy shit, Ivan, that sounds like a masterpiece." Yeah, it sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah, man. It sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Holy shit, that sounds like a masterpiece, Ivan." Yeah, it's a masterpiece. A fucking masterpiece. And the College Sisters are all sold. Yeah. So, guys, I have my two terms. Call the College Sisters agents, have them meet with us. I need to sell them with my story. I need to get them on board. If they're not on board, I'm just going to make the Grayscape. I'm not touching your Matrix franchise. And the second thing is you have to delete Resurrections from the face of the map. I don't want it a part of canon. I want it erased. Those are my two terms. If you don't honor my two terms, I am not giving you $2.2 million in cash, and you will not see this amazing Matrix story told on the big screen. You'll see the Grayscape, but I told you the Grayscape will not be as good as the Matrix, guys. It will not. It will be an amazing movie, obviously. Grayscape. It will be very entertaining, but it will not be as good as the Matrix movie, man. Will the agents, creepy agents, yeah, it will not be as good. Because I'm gonna tell the College Sisters guys. I want the agents to be more creepier than even what they were in the originals. Like, all right, we can do that for you. We make the agents even more creepier. That way you tell a more powerful story. And you make it 14 plus. And you make it 14 plus. 14 plus is pretty much PG-13, but it's a slightly higher rating than PG-13. Make it 14 plus or 16 plus, whatever it is. You make it a little darker. But don't make it rated R, but you can make it a little darker. You can make it 14 plus, 16 plus. Your Matrix movie. That way it's darker and you tell a good story. But I'm not going to make it rated R. And John Farley, only Ivan, yeah, 14 plus is fine. 14 plus is pretty much PG-13. It's a little darker than PG-13. Yeah, the kids can watch that, but rated R kids can't watch that. It's too scary for kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How the kid has to at least be a good like 8, 9, 10 years old to watch my Matrix movie. The kid's 4 or 5, he can't watch my Matrix movie. It's a bit too dark for a kid. No, 14 plus is not meant for like 5-year-old kids, man. You have to what? You have to wait. They're gonna have to wait a couple more years when they're older, obviously. Whereas Zane is the kid, the guys have to at least be 18 plus. But the 14, 13, 12-year-old kids are gonna watch, obviously. They're gonna want to watch. Oh, mom, dad, I want to watch. Okay, just sit next to me. You know what I'm saying? And just sit next to me. Sit next to me. If you're scared, don't worry about it. I'll put my arms around you and I'll comfort you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because looking at the devil himself for Eritet. Yeah, man. Looking at the devil himself for Eritet. Yeah, so that's our idea for the story, Ivan. Yes. So you want to make your 3 Matrix sequels. Yes, you're not doing a prequel or a reboot. No, guys. It's very tough to reboot the Matrix franchise. What story am I going to tell? You know what I'm saying? And for a prequel, I can do a young Trinity, young Morpheus, but like, what story am I going to tell? The life of Morpheus before he's found who Neo is. I mean, I don't really have a good idea for a story for that. The best thing I can think of is to do a sequel and continue the story based off the 3 original movies. But Resurrections and Animations are erased from canon. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I tell them my idea, like, holy shit, that sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah. And I'm going to make 3 games based off my 3 movies, Unreal Engine 5 technology. Like what we did with Epic Games, you know what I'm saying, for our Matrix Awakens demo, yes. Like, holy shit, Ivan, that's unheard of revolutionary technology. Yeah. That's next gen technology, Ivan, for games. I'm like, yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it is, obviously. And you're looking at what? Unheard of technology, yeah, man. You're looking at unheard of technology, yeah, man. Unheard of technology. You're looking at unheard of technology, yeah, man. Unheard of technology. You're like, holy shit, I've been creative, yeah. And I'll release Matrix, my 3 Matrix movies on 8K Blu-ray. By then, guaranteed you're looking at 8K Blu-ray. I'll release it on 8K Blu-ray on Amazon. And I'll release my merch and my games I'll release on Amazon too. Exclusively on Amazon. You can buy the physical copy of the game on Amazon. So everything I sell will be sold on Amazon. They're my sole distributors. That way you keep Amazon happy. Because Amazon will be a bit pissed off if I partner with a bunch of different companies. They're going to lose some of that pie, obviously. The 28% will become smaller. All right, if you want us if you want to partner with us, you better have us be your sole distributors. Okay, fine. I'll partner with you guys for my games. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I start the game division, I'm gonna sign the contract for my movie, my 4K Blu-ray movie, my merch, and also my games. For my games, I get 72%. Amazon takes their 28% too. That's my deal for Amazon for the games. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, that's my deal for Amazon for the games. Is there? That's my deal for Amazon with the games, obviously. Is there? Yeah, you're looking at a revolution in technology, guys. For my Matrix games, my Zeus game and my Matrix games. Go watch Matrix Awakens walkthrough on YouTube. Watch the first 5 minutes. That's the kind of technology you're looking at for my Matrix game. You're gonna see Rabad. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, it's come down to this. You know what I'm saying? All right, it's here. Matrix 4, Deja Vu. You know what I'm saying? You see him talking? Yeah. The whole was going crazy for that walkthrough. Yeah, man. The whole was going crazy for that walkthrough. Yeah, man. The whole world's going crazy for that walkthrough. Crazy for that walkthrough. Yeah, man. It's been crazy. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna follow the story. I have an idea in the beginning of the movie. Whenever the baby's born, obviously, you have something like Guitar Hero. You have to press like square, triangle, X, like consistent. You have to be consistent with what's on the screen, and that's how the baby forms. And you do the same thing for the birth of the baby in the Matrix. And when the guy finds a baby, when you take him to your apartment, you have to avoid being spotted by you have to avoid being spotted by cops and all stuff. Something cool like that before you go to the agent. You can make it something cool, and you have the agents are creepy in the game. You get this scary music, yeah, man. And Robert's like, holy shit, the agents are freaky in this game. Yeah, I'm like, guys, make sure you make the agents freaky in the game. All right, we can do that for you. Yeah, make them freaky. Have this like scary music, a scary theme for the agents. You make them scary. Yeah, the agents are scary. Even the cops, make the cops a little freaky too in the game. Yeah, so something cool like that. And you tell that story of me, the one I'm a kid, and transfers to me. I'm playing in a park with my parents. It transfers to me. I'm 16 years old. I'm hacking. I'm saying, yeah. And I'm in class. You have the life of the one. You see me in high school and all that stuff. Yeah, it's an amazing game. So Ivan, you want to tell the whole story? Yeah, tell the whole story in the game format. Add a lot of things in the game to make more interesting, obviously, but tell the DNA of the story. That's why you need to give Epic Games a copy of your script. Once me and Kelsey finish writing the script, I'll give Epic Games a copy of the script. That way they know my story. All the concept art stuff that we have, we give that to Epic Games. That way they know everything about the movie, obviously, and they're consistent with your movie, and they make that an amazing Matrix game. And they make an amazing Matrix game, obviously. Yeah. So Ivan, you're thinking Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I'm thinking Michael B. Jordan to play the role of what? Of Morpheus and Naomi's great grandson. Obviously. And I'll sign him to a big movie deal. He already knows how much I want to pay him. And you can have Brie Larson and John Krasinski be in the movie too, if you want. Though you have them be in a relationship in the movie. Brie Larson and John Krasinski are in a relationship in the movie, obviously. They're in a relationship, obviously. They're in a relationship, obviously. And what? You can have Ben Affleck and Paul Bettany be in the movie too. And you can have Halle Berry or Scarlett Johansson be in the movie. And you can have the Cisco actor compete with KJ Apa for the role of the operator in my Matrix movie. And those will be the stars of my movie. Whereas everyone else will be minor roles. So the three agents, the Oracle, the Architect, some of the people in Zion, I'm saying they're all minor characters. My step parents, my so-called best friend, they're all minor characters. They're not; those guys are not major characters. Well, my so-called best friend will be a pretty major character, but him, I'll pay him like $80,000. The biggest actor, I'll cast some biggest actor in Hollywood to play my so-called best friend, and I'll cast the biggest actor to play my step parents. Those guys, you pay them like $500K for the role. They're pretty minor, but they're pretty major. You pay them like 400. My step parents, you can pay them $400K for the role. They're not gonna be that major. My so-called best friend, you can pay him like 680 grand, 650K for the role. He doesn't make his millions, but you pay him a nice paycheck. That way he works hard for you. That actor, obviously, because that actor will be a pretty major. It'll be kind of hybrid, minor hybrid, major role, like the Lithius actor and actor in Zane. Same example there, right? Yeah. Then Michael, I'll pay him his $9 million for the role for the first movie, and I'll give him 0.01% of the profits, and he gets his commercial money, speaking for earnings if I go on a world tour. 2,000 Euro card, 300 gas card, 250K roll check for the merch, and I'll pay him a nice like $2 million for the first game. It's a good paycheck for Michael. He'll be voice acting for the game, and he'll be doing the character face models for the game. You want the character to look like Michael B. Jordan, you have to have Michael wear that CGI technology. That way it looks just like him in the game, obviously. And I'll be doing the same thing. Vijay will be doing the same thing. We're gonna have to voice act for the game, obviously. Sarah. Yeah. And then Paul Bettany, I'll pay him the same amount of money how much I'm paying Brie Larson. Pay them the same paycheck. So pay Brie 10 for the first movie, and you give her 0.02% of the profits. It's a good like 9 million royalties, 10, 11 million royalties. It's a good paycheck for her. 250K royalty check for the merch. Speaking for your earnings, if I go on the world tour and you pay her like Pay her like $3 million for the game, or two. Sorry, pay her $2 million for the game. Pay her the same amount of money as Michael B. Jordan. $2 million for the first game, or you can pay her 2.5. She's bigger than Michael. You can pay her 2.5 million for the first game, 3 million for the second, 3.5 million for the third. You pay Brie Larson that paycheck for the game if you want. But I'll watch for your budget. Pay her pay her a bit more than Michael. Pay her 2.5 million for the first game, 3 million for the second, and 3.5 million for the third. Good paycheck for Brie. All right, if you want me to voice act, you better pay me a lot of money. Okay, is $2 million enough? Is 2.5 million enough, Brie? Yeah, that's more than enough money. Yeah, it's a nice paycheck. Sarah. And then John Krasinski, you sign him to a massive deal. He's worth 80 million. So you pay him like 16.5 million salary for the first movie. You pay him a 4.5 mil bonus. Good paycheck for him. And you give him like a 3 million post filming bonus around there. He gets his 1.5 million merch money, and he gets 0.1% of the profits if the movie does this or less. If it does more, he gets 0.07. He'll still make his 30, 35, $40 million in royalties. Good paycheck for him. He'll be $30 million richer around there, $35 million richer. It's a good paycheck for John Krasinski. Hence why if you want John Krasinski locked on for your 3 movies, or you know what I'm saying, you better pay him a lot of money. Ivan, if you want me to be locked on for your movie, you better offer me a lot of money, man, because Hollywood's going to be throwing me out. The moment all these actors do my Matrix movie, and they're world famous, Hollywood's going to throw their agents a lot of money, man. They're going to throw them a lot of money. They're going to throw Michael B. Jordan like 8, 7, $10 million contracts. They're going to throw John Krasinski $20 million, $15 million contracts, pieces of royalties. They're going to throw Ben Affleck 25, 34 million contracts. They're going to throw Halle Berry, you know what I'm saying, or Scarlett Johansson. They're going to throw the Cisco actor. You know, the company's going to throw him money too. But because he's a B-list actor, chances are he'll get pretty major role offers in Hollywood. $2 million contracts, $1.5 million contracts, yeah. And that's why make sure you lock these guys on to rich contracts. That way they're not angry, you know what I'm saying? Because Michael B. Jordan will tell me, Ivan, man, you better offer me a lot of money, as after I do your Matrix 4 movie, Hollywood's going to throw me a lot of offers. Yeah, they're going to throw Michael B. Jordan and all these guys a lot of offers. You know, hey, man, come work for us. And I'm saying, but they're like, yeah, sorry, guys, I can't work in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked on for Ivan's movies. Yeah, and I'd rather work for Ivan than work in fucking Hollywood anyways. Yeah. They'd rather work for me than work in fucking Hollywood. Because my company's better than Hollywood. My Gran Turismo property, and I'm paying them all more money than what Hollywood even pays them on average. As Michael B. Jordan does not make $9 million in Hollywood. He makes probably $3 million for his movies. 3 million, 3.5, $2 million for his movies, Michael. Because even though he's an A-list actor, he's a smaller one. He's not that big. So chances are Michael B. Jordan can negotiate for 3 million, 4 million for his movies around there, 2 million for his movies on average. But once he does the Matrix trilogy, once he does the Matrix 4 movie, if I do the Matrix trilogy, obviously, Hollywood he can now bargain for more money. He can now bargain for his 10 maybe, his 8, his 7 million in Hollywood. Hence why give him a piece of the royalties. That way you keep him happy and you compete with Hollywood. You pay Michael 9, you give him 0.01. You're now competing with Hollywood. As Michael's going to make a nice like $5 million in royalties, $4.5 million, $4 million in royalties. Excluding his rich $9 million salary, you're now easily competing with Hollywood. And he won't be angry. Yeah. Even though Hollywood's offering a lot of money, Ivan's still paying me more money, yeah. As chances are Hollywood will offer Michael B. Jordan maybe around that $4, $5, $6 million range for the movies. And they might give him a nice bonus maybe. And that's why I give him a piece of the royalties, that way you keep him happy. And you also pay him his millions for the games. The way you compete with Hollywood, obviously. You keep all those actors happy, obviously. So who I'm thinking of for the Matrix trilogy is Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is chosen for the Matrix trilogy if I do the Matrix trilogy. So you have Michael B. Jordan, you have Brie Larson, you have John Krasinski, you have Paul Bettany, and you have Ben Affleck. Those are like my 5 actors I'm really thinking of. And Halle Berry is a good candidate, but I might choose someone else. You have Halle Berry, you also have Scarlett Johansson. You can have those 2 compete for the job if you want. And the Cisco actor and the Cisco actor in Flash and Keija Appa, those 2 actors, you can have them compete for the job if you want. Cisco actor, I'll pay him $2.6 million for the first movie. Keija Appa, I'll pay him $3.5 million for the first movie. Because Keija Appa's bigger than the Cisco actor, right? He did Riverdale. Riverdale's more popular than Flash, I believe, right? So you can pay Keija Appa a bit more than the Cisco actor. Pay the Cisco actor $2.6. That's a good paycheck for him. You pay KJ Apa 3.5 million. In the second movie, you can pay the Cisco actor 6 million. He doesn't get shit off the royalties, obviously. He gets a 250K royalty check for the movie, obviously. You pay KJ Apa 7 million. Because by second movie, he'll pretty much be like a rising star A-list actor. You pay them a rising star salary. Pay KJ Apa 7, pay the Cisco actor 6. And for the third movie, you sign him to the 9 million contract. KJ Apa, you can sign him to a 9.3-4 million contract. The Cisco actor, you can sign him to a 9 million contract by the third movie. And he gets zero, but you now give him a piece of the role because they'll be A-list actors by then. You now give him give them the 0.01% of the profits. It's a good deal for them. As Hollywood, they don't make that. KJ Apa, I heard makes like a couple million for. I heard he makes like 2 million for Riverdale or something like that. KJ Apa. Yeah, I'm paying more than what Hollywood pays him, and the Cisco actor is what KJ Apa is pretty much the main character of Riverdale, pretty much. That's why he's getting paid a lot of money. Whereas the Cisco actor is not the main character of The Flash. So chances are he's making maybe 600K or something like that for the show, 700, 800K for the show. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying him $2.6 million. That's more than what he makes for the CW Flash show. You know what I'm saying? And by then the Flash will be done. But there's a high chance the Cisco actor might be locked on. He might be doing television by then. And you're gonna have to find a way to make it work with the actors. Like Brie Larson, she might still be doing Marvel by then. I think by then she'll be done with Marvel, because she'll be in her 40s. I think by then I think in a good 10 years, Brie Larson will be done with Marvel. I don't think they're going to make any more Captain Marvel movies, obviously. But if these actors are locked on by the time I sign them, you're going to have to find a way to make it work, obviously, with them. If they're locked on, then they're going to have to obviously do multiple movies. So while they're filming my movie, they're going to have to go and film the other movie. You can find a way to make it work with the schedule if you want. You can delay it if you want. Okay, the first year while I'm working on my script, if the actors are locked on, the actors can do their movies, can film their movies while I'm doing pre-production. You can find a way to make it work like that if you want. If the actors are locked on, but if they're not locked on to any projects, it's an exclusive contract. They can't work in Hollywood. But if they're already locked on, they already signed a contract, and I sign them, you have to find a way to make it work. While I do pre-production, the first year the actors can film their movies. That way you give them time. I gave them 1 year. Is 1 year, guys, good? Yeah, I have 1 year is more than enough time for these actors to film all their scenes for the movie. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But my hope is these actors are not locked on by the time I make the Matrix trilogy. Hopefully they didn't sign any contracts yet. But you guys are more than welcome to sign magazine contracts and commercial contracts if you want, because those are not time consuming. But for movies, you can't sign any other contracts after you sign a contract for the Matrix shows. You can't be locked on for any other movie. I want you only working for my company exclusively. That way you're not stressed out and you're focused. Shut my camera here.